Alright guys, it's time for another little overnight camping trip. This one is to a lake, or to a reservoir actually, about an hour and a half away. It's only 25 miles or 26 miles as the crow flies, but there are a couple of really large mountains in the way, and so it's about 58 or 60 miles by road, and it'll take me about an hour and 20 minutes, hour and a half to get there. I've never been there before, but it looks really pretty. On the way there, I'm going to stop in a little town to get a Subway sandwich for dinner, and then we'll head on up to the lake. I really like these small towns up in the mountains. This town is called Paradise, and there's a nice little sign as you enter the town that says "Welcome to Paradise," which is pretty neat. They're just very quaint little towns. I don't think I could ever live in one of these, but they are pretty, especially now in the spring. There are flowers, everything's very green. Just very pleasant. This canyon that you can see over here is the one that I'm going to be driving up. I'm almost at the reservoir, but I've been passing a couple of campsites and I wanted to come check them out. This one, a lot of these are along the river here, which is really pretty. I believe this is the East Fork of the Little Bear River. Here's the campsite, free campsite. I've passed maybe 4 or 5 of these campsites, and I think just one of them has been occupied. So here we are at Porcupine Reservoir. Really pretty. Again, I've never been up here, but this is a really nice area. Here's a sign here. This dam was built in the early 60s. You can pause and read more about it if you want. I'm gonna go drive along the edge of the north side of the lake here and check it out a little bit. There's a sign here talking about how this is all private property. You can drive, but there's no, let's see, it says no overnight camping, no open fires or littering, no hassling livestock, no trespassing above road. But you can drive, and you can, I believe you can access the lake. Okay, I found a place to park. I'm gonna get out my little boat and paddle around here. This is really pretty. I mean, I knew this place was pretty just from looking at pictures of it online. I didn't quite realize how pretty it would be right now. But look at this. So here I am, parked. Got a little island out here, a little peninsula. It's just gorgeous. And there's no one else up here. Haven't seen any other cars. This is so nice out here. Oh man, it's just beautiful. Let's go and check out the little island that's over here. Okay, I'm on the little island. It's pretty neat. There's a lot of poop on it. I think it's from the geese. I don't know what else would make poop out here. I dropped my camera in the water. It was in my pocket, so I made these pockets here on my life vest, my PFD. And I put the camera in this one just temporarily. And I thought it was secure enough. I got up out of the pack raft, and oh, my raft is rolling away here. I got out of the raft, and I guess I bent over a little bit too much, bent down a little bit too much, and it plopped right into the water. Luckily, it was about a foot of water, and it was only in the water for about maybe 2 seconds. But still, I don't know how much longer this battery or this camera will last. I don't know if this is recording. The funny thing is that I actually ordered a GoPro, or actually what I call a faux pro. It's a fake GoPro. It's like an $80 GoPro on Amazon. It arrived yesterday, and I was really excited to use it on this trip. But I took it out of the box, and there were like scratches on the screen and on the lens cover, and so I imagine it was used and then someone returned it. So unfortunately I had to return it. I sent it back. I went to the UPS store just before I left on this trip. This is what I want a GoPro for, stuff like this. This camera that I'm talking on is not waterproof at all. And so it's a little bit sketchy doing stuff like this. Whoa. Okay, let's get back in the water. I'm back on land now, back at the car. I'm gonna drive, before I get back in the water, I'm gonna drive along the road, see what else is here. Again, I've never been here, so I think I'll just go check it out, see what's further beyond. Found a really pretty little spot to launch the boat from again. There's a little stream right here that flows into the lake. I'm back in the boat, and I'm headed over to this cliff over here. There are a few different cliffs along the edge of the lake here. There's some more down there. I'm pretty sure that people go cliff jumping here in the summer. I've seen pictures. So I'm just gonna go check them out, see how big they are. This is pretty neat. It's a cliff for all different comforts of cliff jumping. I mean, over here you can jump where it's 4 feet high, and then over here you can jump where it's 25 feet high. Very cool. Beautiful day, absolutely beautiful day today. Today the high is supposed to be something like 74, 75 degrees. Tomorrow is supposed to be 84 degrees. That is very warm for here at the beginning of May. I'm not quite sure what the elevation is here. I think it's probably, I'm guessing 5,500 feet. I'm guessing between 5,000 and 6,000 feet. You can see I parked over here. I'm gonna paddle back now and check out the spot where the stream meets the lake. That is so cool. I'm at my camp for the night. Don't know what time it is. I think it's like 3 or 4. This is the same spot that I quickly showed you guys earlier, next to the river. There's a little trail here. Let's walk down to the river. Yeah, this is super cool. This is really pretty. Like I said before, there are a handful of campsites below the dam here, below the reservoir. At a couple of the sites, there are trailers that have just been parked. Didn't see any people there. I think the locals just like park their trailers up here and come up on the weekends or something. Which I kind of hate, because you're not supposed to do that. It kind of ruins it for everyone else when they just leave their campers up here, their trailers up here. Anyway, this is my spot. The road is out here. Not super far away from the road, maybe 40 or 50 feet. Fire ring. I think now I'm going to just set up my chair and sit and relax for a little bit. Or maybe I'll set up my hammock. That's one of the new things that I've gotten recently and haven't tried it out yet, so that'll be fun. Lounge around in the hammock, sit and watch the river. Again, here is the river from kind of a different vantage point. It's a fast-moving little river. One of my favorite things to do is just sit and look at a river. I find it very relaxing, very meditative. And so that's what I'm doing here. Here's my chair. This is a really great chair. I don't usually take this on my camping trips because it's so big, but I love it because it has this footrest. There's the river right there. And I brought the chair on this trip because I had the room to bring it because it's such a short trip. So I'm gonna sit. I've got some blueberries and a banana. Just gonna sit and watch the river for a little bit. This is so nice. I want to show you a couple of new things that I'm testing out on this trip. So I'm always looking for new and better ways to organize my cables. And I started doing this not too long ago. So I'm using small binder clips. This is just a binder clip attached to the vent. This one holds my auxiliary cable. And then this one holds the USB cable, charging cable for my phone. This is a piece of foam that I folded up and stuck into the CD slot there because I never use it. I don't even own any CDs. And I needed something else for this to clip on that was below this point. And so I just stuck the foam in there, clipped the binder clip into it, and now I can just easily grab it and stick it into the phone. Same thing with this, I can just grab it, plug it into the top of the phone. And then here are a couple other things that I made that I'm testing out. This is a pocket that hangs between the seats here because otherwise this is kind of just unused space, and I realized that I could use it as a pocket to put stuff in. So I've been putting receipts and brochures and stuff in there. This is the other thing that I made. So as you know, for a long time I've used a plastic trash bag hanging from the headrest, and I wanted a better way to both store these plastic bags and to store Ziploc bags, which I use a lot for a lot of different things. And so I made this little organizer holder bag thing. There are 6 different compartments. Each one opens from the end, and each one has a different function. So in this pocket I have folded up or rolled up shopping bags that I use as trash bags. And this one are the large Ziploc bags. These are freezer-sized Ziploc bags. These are sandwich-sized Ziploc bags, and these are snack-sized Ziploc bags. And so whenever I want one, I can just reach in and grab it. So I really, really like this thing. And again, it just straps to the headrest here. Each side has a simple snap closure, so both this side and this side have snap closures, so it can be oriented any way. You could put this behind the seat, for example, and still access your bags. And I'm just really happy with it. I don't have anything in this top pocket yet. I'm just saving that for something else that I find the need for in the future. My camp is mostly all set up now, so let me show you what I've got going on here. The river is over here, the hammock and chair are over here, and I'm parked here. Right now my little solar lantern is charging in the sun. So my camp setup is pretty minimal this time. This is only a one night trip, and you can see I don't really have any bins or big bags or anything like that. This bag is my sleeping bag. That's the only real bag that I have. Basically everything else is is underneath the shelf here. So if you lift this up, here are my clothes, my pee bottle, a couple of plastic bags full of electronics and toiletries, and a backpack. And on top I just strapped my PFD, my life vest. I love, love, love having this shelf here, because look at how much space I have in here now. I have all of this leg space under here. I have all of the space back in here. It's just a very open feeling. And then I do have other stuff down in what I call the basement. The boats and the paddle and things like, and the pump are down in here. And then the food and the water are in the front. Food, water are all down there. You know, one great thing about camping next to a river is that it kind of helps mask the sounds that might otherwise annoy you or keep you up at night. Every once in a while I hear a cow mooing somewhere down in the canyon, which is very faint and not, you know, it's not a problem at all because the river masks most of it. Same thing goes for traffic on the road. It helps nullify that a little bit, and also the same thing goes for noisy neighbors. I actually don't know if I have neighbors in the neighboring campsites. If so, I can't hear them and I can't see them, so it's great. One thing I need to get for my next trip is a tarp for the hammock. You can probably see that my face is full on in the sun right now. I really wish I had a tarp that would go over me and protect me from the sun. It'd be very nice. Anyway, it's about 7:30 now. I've just been hanging out. It's been really nice. Just been sitting here in the hammock, been sitting in the chair, been snacking on some food. It looks like the sun will go behind the mountain there and disappear in about maybe 15 or 20 minutes, maybe half an hour. I think as soon as that happens, I'll hop inside the car and stay in there for the rest of the night. Good morning, it's about 9:20. I slept no, I didn't really sleep super well last night. I slept long. I slept from about midnight to 9 o'clock this morning. but I didn't sleep super well. I'm not entirely sure why, but I just wasn't very comfortable this time around. I'm kind of a light sleeper in general, and so sometimes it happens. It's a beautiful morning. It's probably 60, 65 degrees already. It's really nice. And it's time for me to head back home. This has been a really fun little trip. I'm really pleased with how this went. The lake up there is just absolutely gorgeous. I could spend a few more days here just relaxing. It's very peaceful. But it's Friday today. It's the weekend. You know, I don't want to be up here on the weekend. I also wouldn't want to be up here in the middle of the summer. I'm sure this place is very popular, very crowded in the summer. Which is no fault of its own. That's just the way things go in the summer. But again, here in the beginning of May, it's just really pretty, really idyllic. It's really, you know, I keep thinking about that sign that I passed by in the town of Paradise on the way up here that said, "Welcome to Paradise." I really feel like this was a little bit of paradise up here. Just the water was so nice up at the lake, and then the river here is so nice, and the views and the weather. Like, this was just a really perfect little trip. Thanks for following along on this adventure. I hope you enjoyed watching. Let me know if you have any questions or comments.